Welcome back to Just a Minute, Just a Mishnah. This Mishnah is Nishmas Fredele Basrachan, the Schos of Yitzchak ben Gila, and the Froster Basuba. So Masachas Bava basra Paragil Mishnah Alpha Mishnah Beis Cheskas Abatim Vabaris Vashirchan Vamarais. So it's a very famous parak. So we're going to be talking about a chazaka, which is mainly. So let's say if I am in a certain house, let's say for 3 years. So 3 years is considered chazaka, meaning it's now basically considered my house because of the fact that I've been there for 3 years and no one said anything to me. It's now mine. So cheskas habatim. So for a house, va'bayros, or a pit, vashichin, which is like a spring kind of thing that goes through a field to water a field, va'ma'aros, and caves, va'shevachos, which is like these bird houses we've discussed previously, v'amechatzos, and bathhouses, ubeis badin, and olive presses, ubeis shlachin, and which is a field that has like a stream going through it to help water the field. V'havadim, and slaves, akoshu isaperas tadim, anything which gives like steady fruits, basically, like it gives a steady income. So in order for it to be considered yours, for you to have a chazaka, you have to have it in your possession for 3 years straight. Steh habal chazkas shalosh shanim. Steh habal, which is a field which it doesn't need any other water source. The rain is enough. So you have to have a chazaka. You have to have it for 3 years. But it doesn't have to be specifically in a row. And we're going to discuss in a second we're going to discuss now what exactly that means. Rabbi Shmuel says you have to have, so out of these 3 years you have to have the 3 months of the last 3 months of the first year, ushloisha ba'acharina, and the last 3 months of the first year, and the first 3 months of the last year, ushneimasa chodesh be'emta, and then that year in the middle, which works out to be 18 months. Rabbi Kiva says the single month, the first month, the last month of the first year, meaning, so Rabbi Shmuel says the last 3 months and the first 3 months of the first 3 months. Rabbi Kiva says the last month of the first year and the first month of the last year. And again, the 12 months in the middle, which altogether works out to being 14 months. Rabbi Yishmael says everything that we said here only applies in a case where it's a wheat field. But Rabbi Yishmael says that if we're talking about a case where it's a field of trees, so then once you pick your produce, basically, so then that's automatically considered 3 years, meaning once you reap your produce, which could be even after 1 year. Mishnah Beis Shalosh Sharat Chazaka. There's 3 separate places for a chazaka, which we're going to discuss what that means in a minute. Yehuda, ve'eva hayadin, v'hagalil. So Eretz Yisrael is split up into 3 separate places, basically. Yehuda and Evar Yarden, which is the side over the Jordan River, Vahagal and the Galilee. Hayab Yehuda v'hechzik Bagal, if he was in Yehuda and he has a piece of land in the Galil, and he went to Yehuda, Bagal v'hechzik b'Yehuda in a chazaka. So then if someone else, so in that case, so if he had the field in Yehuda and he was in the Galil, or if he had a field in the Galil and he was in Yehuda, in a chazaka, and then in the meantime someone goes and takes over his field, so that person doesn't get his field, until that guy is until the owner of the field is in the same part of the country, and he doesn't say anything, he's not meicha, he doesn't make a macha, he doesn't complain that this guy, he doesn't kick this guy out of his field. So then, unless he's in the same country, the same part of the country for 3 years, and he doesn't say anything, so it's not considered part. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work if he's not in the same place. Rabbi Yehuda says the whole reason why we have 3 years, let's say the guy is on holiday in Spain, that's actually what Spam is, it's Spain, so then we have a year to go to him, a year to tell him that there's someone in his property, and then a year for him to come back. So that's what we have the 3 years. So at the end of the 3 years, if no one's come, so then it's okay. And meaning he's saying, no, we don't care if he's not in the same place. That's what the 3 years are for the guy to be able to come and say, no, this is mine, and to make a protest. And those are today's Mishnayos.